Well, today I'm here at Gorton Station. I'm going to confuse you all a little bit now, because this shed bash is not a shed bash. It's a works bash. Gorton Station used to be called Gorton and Openshaw Station. Now the instructions to get to the works was to turn left out of the station and walk along Lees Street. And that's where I am now, on Lees Street. Apparently it's only a 10-minute walk to get to the works. Still making my way along Lees Street, and I'm looking for Ogden Lane. And at Ogden Lane I have to turn left. So let's hope it's not too far. I'm hoping this is going to be Ogden Lane now. Oh, here's the sign. Wonderful. It's Ogden Lane. So I've got to work my way along Ogden Lane until I get to Cornwall Street. That's the next change of direction. Gorton Works was a massive undertaking, with Beyer Peacock owning a 12-acre site adjacent to the works. And unfortunately, when Beyer Peacock decided to close in 1958, it all but ended the operations in Gorton Works as well, because they heavily relied upon each other. And this is an interesting bridge coming up. I'm just wondering, it looks like it could be an old railway line. No doubt one that fed the works that I'm about to look for. Let's take a look over here. Oh yeah, that's definitely a railway line. Now you can see how it's now been converted into a walkway. While we're here, we may as well take a look at the other side as well. What have we got here? Oh, a much broader path. Could even be double track that. I anticipate that could be some line that fed the works, because we're in close proximity to the works now. I've got to turn left on Cornwall Street, and I have a feeling this might be Cornwall Street on the left, where that car's turning now. So I'm coming off Ogden Lane now, and there's the sign for Cornwall Street. So I actually have to turn left here and follow this road. So this is Cornwall Street. I would imagine we would have had a row of terraced houses back in the day. But the works entrance was somewhere on the right hand side. But I mean, it's all been developed now. So who knows exactly where it was. Between the years of 1871 and 1880, Gorton Works was unable to keep pace with the new construction and repairs. They therefore had to diversify, so they decided to manufacture new parts for locomotives that were either constructed there or they were being renewed. Between the 1930s and the late 1950s, the work mainly concentrated on repairing and modifying locomotives, as well as the manufacture of parts, which was mainly for the LNER. British Railways scrapped many locomotives at Gorton Works as well. This was done during the rundown of steam. This was in the 1950s and the early 1960s. However, it was still a very, very busy place, and amazingly, the workforce remained large enough to keep 9 different pubs going in nearby Ogden Lane. So there was obviously a very large number of workmen still working there. These two maps show a comparison of how the site of Gorton Works has changed since 1966. If you look to the bottom right of the photograph, you can see Cornwall Street, and I'm assuming that the entrance to the works was very close to the junction with Press Street, which is also visible on the map. The map also shows the location of where the engine shed was. That's 9G, Gorton. Here is a view of the electric traction repair shop. And this shows the interior workings of Gorton Works, which was known locally as Gorton Tank. Quite affectionately, really. There's not going to be a lot of point walking down here, I don't think. But I don't think we're going to find an entrance to a locomotive works, are we? There is what looks like a bridge there, so I don't know whether that could be anything to do with it, but we'll take a look anyway while we're here. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. It could be that this is actually the main line, and there's a sign there for Gorton Station where I've just walked from. How about that? So now there's a shortcut. Instead of walking all that way that I did, I could have followed this footpath and come out here. Oh well. As they say, hindsight is very cheap. See what I can see over this wall. You can just about make it out. It is the main line there. Well, I can't see anything from here now. And if this is the main line, then the entrance would have been further down this way, I'm sure. But I know after Beyer Peacock more or less shut Gorton Foundry down in 1958, they managed to keep going till 1966, when the whole complex broke down then. So obviously this land has all been reclaimed now, so it's no longer a works, although there are one or two remaining buildings located close to Gorton Shed. I'm sure this has got to be Gorton Lane, because I have a very strong feeling these buildings here, the remnants of Gorton Works. If you look at this photograph of a view taken on Gorton Lane, it shows the remnants, what was left of the Beyer Peacock company. The big building there that you can see was the boiler shop, and it was the boiler mount shop, and also it was the tender shop. And if you take a look just to the left, at the bottom left of the picture there, you can see a little building protruding. That was one of the powerhouses. That was powerhouse number 2. This map shows the layout of Gorton Foundry. This was Beyer Peacock, and it was to the south of the railway line and also to the south of Gorton Works. It was known as Gorton Foundry, and it was a massive undertaking, quite a big area and expanse of land. This shows a very fine view of Beyer Peacock's foundry. These are some engineering drawings that I thought might be relevant to throw in here. They're all drawn around about the 1953 era, and they're parts of locomotives, and they were drawn by the draftsman at Beyer Peacock and Company. So I'm not quite sure where I got them from, but I've had them a long time and I've got quite a few. So this is just a small selection of some of the locomotive parts that I've got. So after 112 years of building locomotives, Gorton Works closed after having built approximately 8,000 locomotives. So it was quite an undertaking. I remember going there when I was in my train spotting days, and it was always a thrill to get an engine started with number 6, because I was a London Midland Railway person, LMR, or LMS as it became, and it was always good to find these westerns or southerns or easterns, what have you. And really it was on my doorstep. I remember travelling over an iron bridge, and there were locomotives there. There were many famous locomotives built there too. Anyway, that's enough of me rabbiting on. So this is my first ever works bash, if you like. You don't bash works, you have to have a permit to get in, don't you? Or you've got to tag along with someone else. So if you enjoyed it, let me know. Remember to subscribe, and don't forget to tick the little box that tells you when a new video's come out. So this would have been part of the land as well. Just take a very quick look. Time's a bit tight today. I'm trying to get a football match in as well today. Oh yeah, totally all rebuilt. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. So this is me signing off from Gorton. Bye for now.